Sí, unos tres. Can you guys hear me okay? Am I back? Am I back? Can you guys hear me? I'm really sorry if you guys are not able to hear me. Let's see. All right, can you get okay, see speak maybe to see okay, can you guys tell me if that's okay if you guys can hear me now? I'm not sure if you guys can hear me, so let me get in the chat real quick. Uh okay, so you guys can hear me now. So yeah, I apologize. So what I was saying, let me start off again and say this. Okay, so on Saturday, I have this content creator that I can't believe he wants. Wait, somebody's saying not yet, so I may just like forget it and do this tomorrow. Can you guys hear me? Okay. He says we can hear you. Yes, bro. Finally. Okay. So guys, I need to tell you this story because it's interesting. I've never talked to this guy before, and he's a big content creator for Barca. So I hope that you guys can tune in on Saturday at seven. I'm sorry, at 9 a.m. Pacific time. So guys, be there. But tomorrow though, so activate the notification bell because tomorrow I'm going to reveal who is going to be on my channel on Saturday morning. Over 28,000 subscribers. So this guy, he's a big shot. I love watching his videos. He has a lot of knowledge, so I can't believe he wants to come on my channel. But that's for you guys. Culet's only podcast on Saturday 9 a.m. So guys, as I was saying, so Barcelona officially, right? Officially, the Camp Nou will be open on August 8th. That I am so excited, guys. Are you guys excited that the Camp Nou would be open on the 8th? That's insane. That I can't believe it. Like the stories were that it was supposed to be out. Like I guess Barcelona was trying to get the league to have the first month or 2 months of the regular season to start like going away games, and now Barcelona just basically announced that it's gonna be open. So that is huge. No, that's huge news to me. Like to be honest with you, that's insane that Barcelona was able to drop this news. And to me, let me see if I can move the chat. Yeah, I can move the chat. Yeah. So this is what is going on, Jonas? Sorry, I was supposed to go live with him, but I had a few things happen with my family that I couldn't do a live. I was gonna do a live stream at 6 p.m. today, and I just couldn't do it. But I thought I'd jump on here because I posted it, and a bunch of people liked the community post, so I wanted to show up. Basically, this is kind of like me saying I'm showing up. It'll be a quick live stream. Tomorrow I'm gonna do another live stream when I'm gonna be talking to Jonas Barca Reacts. So guys, get in the chat and let me know how you guys are feeling about the new Camp Nou. But that's not really why we're here. Okay, we are here because Laporta has been speaking and has been saying a lot of things, right? But first, let me get to this pathetic, right? Let's get to this news, right? The pathetic freaking club that has me going crazy right now. I posted a video. I don't know if you guys have seen it. But before I do that, let's talk about Nico Williams, guys. Nico Williams. This is insane to me, to be honest with you guys, because okay, so Rashad Rahman, right? He's a big shot guy. Everything he reports, it's because it's basically a done deal. So he's like our Fabrizio Romano for Barca content. So he says Nico Williams will be Barcelona's next signing. Next, the club it's fully prepared to activate his release clause in full, which will be paid next week. Barca also assures there's no liquidity problems. Okay, so this is my biggest problem with this pathetic athletic freaking club. Okay, and this is what I said on my video because Barcelona can very well pay the release clause, and Athletic Club is making things really complicated and is literally hijacking Nico Williams. In reality, that's what he's doing because honestly, Nico wants to play for Barca, right? So Nico wants to play for Barca, but then my issue is that Athletic Club wants to investigate because Barcelona is not supposed to be in the 1-1 rule. So if Barcelona is not in the 1-1 rule, like really that's not their deal. That's not what they're supposed to be there to investigate. They're only there to say, well, if you want to take this player, it happened to Barca with Neymar. It happened to Barcelona with Neymar, bro. Like, what happened with Neymar was that Barcelona wanted to keep Neymar for more. Well, they just wanted to keep him under the contract, but Neymar and PSG negotiated. After they did their negotiation, they did their due diligence. They convinced the player to go play for PSG. And now what happens? So now Barca just have to eat it, and whatever clause, every player has a contract and every player has a release clause. That release clause is there to protect the player, and that release clause is there to protect the team. And what happens is that in the case that the player wants to leave, then the team gets paid. If the team wants to sell him, then the player obviously will get paid for whatever amount they are negotiating. So my problem with what Athletic Club is doing is they want the statements, they want an investigation for the league, and for what, for what? This is ridiculous. Like, they are a pathetic club from now on. Like, this is what I'm gonna call them for eternity, because like right now they're clinging to this player who doesn't want to play for them anymore. And the story that I read was that they were ready to go punch for punch and to hang on to him until the very very end. And to me, that's you not wanting to move on. That's you not wanting to just basically say, you know what, I'm done with this. Like, I'm done with this player. There's a release clause that somebody's gonna pay for this player, and they're gonna get it. So at the end of the day, to me, why are they driving to Madrid? Why are they driving? I think it's Ugarte, right? The president for Athletic Club. Why is Ugarte going to Madrid? He don't need to go to Madrid right now. He just needs to wait. If Barcelona has a check for 60 or 55, however much it is, then they just need to activate the clause. That's exactly all they need to do. It just blows my mind how a president for Athletic Club right now is acting like a little kid for not, I don't want to say the word, but you guys know what word I'm trying to say, right? He's acting, this is all BS, because the player went to Bilbao and said, I don't want to play for you anymore. Why are you clinging on to this player who does not want to play for you anymore? And the story that came out is that he was crying on the phone with Nico Williams when Nico Williams called him to say that he was going to Barca. He was literally crying, bro. He was literally crying, and Nico Williams actually thought it was the other way around. Instead of being petty with him, Nico Williams thought this was disrespectful. The stories are coming out right now that the player thought this was so disrespectful that he didn't think that was something professional. And it got to that point, and now because Nico Williams couldn't convince Nico Williams to stay at Athletic Club or even to go to Bayern. This is a problem because they want to go, because he wants to go to Barcelona. Had he wanted to go to Bayern, has he even wanted to go to Real Madrid? Guys, let's be serious. If he wanted to go to Real Madrid, he wouldn't be having these issues. Athletic Club literally bench every single player before they play Madrid in La Liga, and they used the excuse that they were going to play for the middle of the week game they had against Manchester United. They were supposed to be resting these players. They're supposed to be resting these players, but at the end of the day, if this hadn't been Barca, there would be no saga right now. They would be totally fine. They already reached the deal. They already reached all the terms they need to reach, all the terms to do this. And then what happens? Why can you just let him go to Barcelona? He wants to play for Barca. And you know what? I need to talk about this. Nico Williams resign his contract with Athletic Club. That is something that's something very, very, very nice that the player did for Athletic Club, because that's money they are guaranteeing to make of this player, and they don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate that. That's something that needs to be talked about a little bit more, because honestly, I think that um, if Nico Williams wanted to screw the team, I think what he would have done is he would have just let his contract run out. Many players do that. That's not Nico. Nico didn't do that. Nico just resigned because he wants to make sure that his club, his beloved club, his alma mater, if you want to call it like that they get paid. But he wanted to go to Barca, and then they do him like that. They do him like that, bro. And then not only that, but they went on to his brother and told his brother to convince him to stay, man. And the stories are out there right now that even his brother is salty right now. Even his brother is upset at the club. You don't want to do that. These two players, the Williams, they're iconic players for your club. They did so much. They made it to the semifinals, right? Was it semifinals for the UEFA? They made it that far. I don't know if they made it to the final or semifinal. I can't remember right now. But I always supported this club, bro. I always supported Bilbao. And the way they doing it, they think, dude, when they say Barcelona plays against everybody and everyone, this is what we mean. This is what we mean. Because we are against Madrid, we are against Osasuna, we are against Bilbao, we are against Atletico. Everybody, Atletico Madrid, everybody is against this Barcelona team. Why? Why is it that every time Barca is interested in a player, it has to be a traitor? Why is it that every time Barca wants to get a player, then they're traitors? They're doing something weird. They're doing something that it's not right. And Athletic Club is lifting their hands like this. Oh, they're disrespecting us. They're disrespecting us. Uh, they're not doing this right. Like, dude, it's called free market, and it's called your player has a contract, so we can convince him if he wants to come to us, we can actually pay the release clause that you thought it was reasonable for him. Why do you think Lamine Yamal has a 1 billion release clause? Why do you think that Pedri has a 1 billion release clause? Because we don't want a Real Madrid team to come and convince him to go to Real Madrid and just take the player. If they take that player, I want to be set for life, dude. I want 1 billion euros in front of the table. And if you don't have that money, then you got to convince me, and you got to give me a deal that is going to make me feel happy that I'm letting go of Pedri for example. So you put a release clause that you thought it was 60 million euros. I think it's 50 or 60. Let's say it was 60. You thought 60 million was that number that you would make you happy if you let go of Nico Williams. But now it's an issue because Barca wants to get this player. What's the deal here? What's the deal? Like, Ugarte, what are you doing? Like, do you realize, you do realize that Barca didn't do anything illegal here? That's my thing. That's my only thing. But guys, there's 37 of you. Please go like the stream. Sorry, in the beginning I didn't have any audio. So there's 10 likes. There's 37 of you. Hey, that's like a high for me. That's like a record, because I think I had like 60 when my man Carnage redirected me to his stream. So yeah. So when I'm streaming, I don't normally get this many viewers. So guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm gonna read your chats. Guys, please like the stream, get in the chat. This is gonna be a quick stream, guys. I'm not gonna go for too long, but I do appreciate everyone who's stopping by. Like I said, guys, be there on my stream on Saturday. I'm gonna have a great content creator, and I'm gonna reveal his name tomorrow morning. I'm gonna make the thumbnail after this stream for. I'm gonna release that tomorrow. So guys, please. So Adam, we can't hear you. Hey, thank you, man. This was the stream from before, so I'm just gonna skip all this. So it says Barca reacts. Bilbao are doing too much. That's what I'm saying, man. That's exactly what I'm saying. Rogelio, a small club activates. Dude, athletic club doesn't have a clue how to handle this. Like I'm telling you guys, we had the same issue with Neymar. Do you guys think we wanted Neymar to leave and go to PSG? We didn't. Can you imagine Laporta going and driving to PSG right now because we need to investigate PSG? Do you know how desperate and how pathetic you really look when you do that? That's ridiculous. Apparently, the president cried as a last option to keep Nico. Dude, can you imagine Nico and how uncomfortable that is to make a professional call and actually say, you know what, I'm moving on. I already talked. My agent, it's already in agreement with Barca for they want to activate my release clause, and that president, a professional. There's nobody's more professional than a freaking president of the freaking organization, the GM, crying, bro. Can you imagine Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, crying because his quarterback is leaving? You don't do that, man. That is pathetic, bro. That is really pathetic. What's up, volume? Big up Rogelio, smash the likes. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it, man. It says facts. Nico saved them money because he renewed instead of leaving on a free. Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. Like he literally did that for Athletic Club, and look at how dirty they're doing him. Even their fans, bro. Even their fans are calling him a traitor. This okay. Do you guys understand? This is not a traitor. This is not somebody who hated your club, somebody who left your club. This is actually somebody who renewed his contract, and you're doing him like this. That is just not cool, man. So guys, get in the chat. Like I said, I'm probably gonna bounce here pretty soon. I'm not gonna be here for too long. I just kind of want to come in and say I announced because I was gonna be with Barca Reacts today, and I just thought I'd jump on here because I think like maybe like 15 people like my community post that I was gonna be live. So I thought I show my face and say, hey guys, sorry I couldn't be here earlier, and in reality, like now Jonas didn't have enough time to be with me for like an hour. So we're gonna do this stream tomorrow morning, guys. So tomorrow at 11 a.m., me and Jonas will probably jump on here and make a live stream show. We're gonna talk about all this stuff that is going on right now. But yeah, I am gonna talk about what Laporta just said or about a few things. He talked about Bilbao. He talked about him being a president during that travel. So I do want to touch on those quick points, and then I'm probably gonna head out, have some dinner or something. So King says, bro, starting to love this channel. Hey man, guys, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,500 subscribers. If you guys are not subscribed, I would appreciate it. And if you subscribe, you'll see this thing go up. So I will appreciate if you guys subscribe if you're not subscribed to the channel already. So, hey, look, what's up, man? It says, Hope Williams stand by these words that he doesn't want to play for them. Yeah, so at this point, look, I really believe that their relationship is already broken. There's no coming back from this. Once that guy was crying on the phone with Nico Williams, once Nico Williams went and said he wants to play for Barca, and once Barcelona is really fighting and Athletic Club wants to force him into the club, I think at that point it's really it's a broken relationship. What do you guys call somebody who is forcing you to stay with them? What are we supposed to call this club right now? Like I'm just being dead honest. Like what are we supposed to call this club? Like they literally hijacking Nico Williams to Barcelona, and they want him to stay at Barca. This is ridiculous, man. This is so ridiculous. I cannot believe this. Like honestly, I think that I think that something has to be said about this, and nobody else is talking about it right now. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know why. What is up, man? Mess, what's up, man? Nico Hell Bilbao facts. Thank you. Yes. See, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know where this whole thing is right now with all this crap, man. Where Nico Williams, they should be grateful that he actually resigned that contract for them. Now they can ask a Barca team who is not ideal because remember, Nico wanted Bilbao to give Barca a better deal. Nico wanted Barca Athletic Club to be more to give them installments, right? So that Barca didn't have to pay the whole release clause. Bilbao can say you can pay me in 2 years, you can pay me in 3 years, but Bilbao, because they are so unhappy, because they are so childish about it, they are like, no, give me the whole amount of money or go to Bayern and we'll give you the installments. That's insane. Why are you being like this, especially with Nico? You don't care about what he wants. You don't care about him, wanting to be at a team like Barcelona and fight for everything. You gotta let him go. You gotta be more professional. At the end of the day, man, like you gotta just eat it. Barca ate it with Neymar, and nobody talks about it. Barca won, and dude, Messi drove down to the airport to tell Neymar at the last second not to leave, and that he was going to make sure that Neymar wins a Ballon d'Or with him. But he was already convinced to go. PSG didn't have to negotiate with Barca because there was a release clause. That's what I'm saying, release clause. And they are there for one reason. And that reason is if you pay the release clause, you can take the player. It does not matter. As long as you agree with the player, then that's fine. That's all you got to do, right? So it says W Barca Reacts, W Barca Volume. Tomorrow stream will be a banger. Yes, tomorrow 11 a.m. Pacific time. Not sure what time it is for you guys. But before I head out, I want to touch a little bit on some of this news. It says, President Laporta, I don't understand why Athletic Bilbao wants to speak about Barca with La Liga. I don't think it's appropriate, but that's their problem. Okay, so yeah, so what Laporta is saying here, basically, it's kind of like what I said, right? I said it's inappropriate because it's not a team's job to figure out the fair play, to figure out the 1-1 rule. So Tebas once said, right? One thing is to buy the player, to acquire in the transfer market, to acquire a player. Another thing is to actually meet the 1-1 rule. So as we stand right now, Barca says they are in the 1-1 rule, but officially La Liga doesn't recognize Barcelona under the 1-1 rule. But that does not matter right now. It does not matter until July 1st when you can actually register players for next season. Right now, you cannot register players for next season, so you don't need to be on the 1-1 rule right now. But Barca was in the 1-1 rule in January, in December, when they in middle of the season. Barca was a 1-1 rule, was the reason why Dani Olmo was able to be registered for the second half of the season, because Barca was in the 1-1 rule. I'm probably going to be making a video about this 1-1 rule thing because it needs to be talked about a little bit more. And Barcelona right now does not need to be, and I don't know if they are or not, but they don't need to be right now until July 1st. And why does Athletic Club, and this is why our president is saying, I don't understand why he needs to speak to La Liga, because he don't need to speak to La Liga. All we need to do is drive down to your office and drop the damn check. Some stories that did came out laughable, but I could be wrong. You know, has he gone down in value that much? To me, where is Barca gonna get a player like Araujo with these kinds of? To me, where is Barca going to get a player like Araujo with these kinds of qualities? Where are they going to get a player like this for 25 to 30 million? To me, it doesn't make any sense. I'm just going to be honest with you. To me, this deal just wouldn't make any sense to me. So let's see the chat real quick. Um, okay, so the chat. Okay, there it is. It says having Messi tell you that you still leaving and still okay. So Neymar is the only person in the world, probably on record, right? He's the only person in the world right now that can say that Messi begged him to stay and he still left. Having Andrew says having Messi tell you that and leaving is crazy. Yes, I think so. And by the way, I think Messi was right. I think if Neymar would have stayed, he would have been at least one of those years, or at least one of those Ballon d'Ors would have been Neymar's, because that Neymar Messi was a cheat code, really a cheat code. And for them to have that kind of relationship, and if they would have stayed longer, they would have won more Champions Leagues, and at least in one of those runs, Neymar would have been the one scoring the best goals, and he would have gotten the Ballon d'Or. I truly do believe that. So let's see. Okay, let's see if I can show this one. It's taking a little, it's lagging for whatever reason. So it says, King says, they all know how good Barca team will be. Get them, will get when he joined. I'm sure Tebas is trying to help them, LOL. Yeah, that's exactly right. The only reason why Bilbao would drive down to the office in La Liga is because he actually thinks that the president is not doing his job, or the president is actually hiding something about Barca, which is really not. That's not totally not what he's doing. So why do they need to go to the office in Madrid? That's a little overboard to me. That's sending a message. That's more like trying to intimidate Nico Williams, which is honestly pathetic. It's really all let's say it for what it is. Let me read this real quick. It says Athletic Club president is in Madrid, right? And plans to ask La Liga and the REFF to monitor Barcelona summer dealings and block dude. They are trying to block this deal, man. Like, this is ridiculous, bro. I've never heard after I've been watching Barcelona for more than 30 years, guys. Believe it or not, I am 38 years old. The release clause. And that's exactly what they're doing. In all my years, this is the first time I've seen this, where a team who is getting paid to let go of a player, they're doing everything they can do to stop it. Just that stop being ridiculous. I'm just gonna be honest. So, guys, something that is worth talking about is how much Barcelona has changed financially. I decided because Barcelona right now, I think they went up in value by like 200 million, and I think they're like the fastest. They're like the fastest club right now that nobody grew and went up in value as much as Barcelona did went up in value. So it says how Nike brought Barca up to 400 million euros, 400 million euros commercial windfall. Barca is back. Nike's record-breaking deal, international expansion have pushed Barcelona's commercial revenues to a historic 400 million euros in 2024-2025. This is why Barcelona right now financially they are happy where they're at, and they know that they can pay the Nico Williams because with the 1-1 rule, with these kinds of numbers, they're not going to have any issues registering a player like let's say Nico Williams, for example. So yeah. So one thing that I also want to touch on is real quick is this. It says, Joan Laporta, we are back. We have returned to the global stage. This is thanks to everyone, the fans, the colleagues, the board, and the staff and the players. We are more than a club, and I think it goes like we speak really fast about how Joan Laporta was able to change things for Barcelona. And for a minute, a lot of people wanted to sack him, right? A lot of people, when the Dani Olmo stuff happened, I wasn't I started creating content right around that time. This channel, guys, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, subscribe right now. honestly, I'm trying to get to 1500 subscribers, but I started like literally in January. I started this channel, and I really right now is when I'm really starting to make more content, more daily. But I remember a lot of people wanted Laporta gone at that moment when the Dani Olmo saga started to happen. And look at where Barca is. Look at how Barca was with Bartomeu, and how bad, dude. How bad was it with Bartomeu? Look at the deal he gave Lenglet. Look at this deal he gave to Coutinho. Look at all these Pjanic. All these deals were ridiculous, man. And now we are making better decisions. We are a great front office for the longest time, as I can't remember. Barcelona now has a great front office. Can actually make good decisions. 400 million euros last year, man. That's an insane number. I think nobody sold more shirts than Barcelona did last season. This is the kind of job that Laporta is doing. Laporta actually loves Barcelona. He actually loves Barcelona. I have no doubt in my mind. So, yeah. So, guys. So this is that news. That'll pretty much wrap it up. I don't see many of you in the chat, so if you guys can get in the chat, I do have a few minutes. If somebody's gonna get on the chat, it'll have to be right now. If not, you guys, I appreciate everyone for stopping by. This is like, it was like a little bit of an emergency live. I only did this because I wanted to just show up and just wanted to show my face, because I did announce it, that that I was going to be live. So guys, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. Be here tomorrow at 11 with my man Jonas. And yeah, so if I don't hear from you guys, but guys, I'll catch you guys on the next stream, guys. Sorry to cut you short today, but it was kind of